Hey everyone, this is Ashton from Without Code. Today we're looking at our new countdown clock widget for Architect. It's a straightforward functionality but pretty awesome and is great for coming soon sites or event-specific sites. We've also got two different versions of it included, both of which you can style up however you like. We've got it with just text like you see here on the top, and then we've got these circle graphics that move as time passes, which is neat. You have total control of the format you display, days, weeks, minutes, seconds, and any combination of those, making it very malleable and versatile. Let's hop over to Architect. And what I've done here is created a simple new blank page on our method theme, just for the sake of demo. Your styling for this, of course, will vary greatly depending on the design of your page, but our blank page here will at least be able to demonstrate its flexibility. So as usual, let's jump into the Widgets panel. We'll scroll down to Basics. And we can see here we actually have two separate widgets for the countdown clock, one for the standard layout and one for the circle. So let's start with the standard. So we'll just drag it right out of our panel and we'll drop it here on our page. Now let's jump into our settings panel for the widget. First option, as usual, is the unique ID. So just make sure to make this unique to any other instance of the widget on your page. Next is where we customize our countdown target. So simply enter what we're going to be actually counting down to here, and the widget will do all the math for you. It's set default to this upcoming New Year's, but let's say we wanted it to count down to December 1st at 5 p.m., for example. So we'd change the year to 2018, month to 12, day stays at 1, and time, as noted here, you need to enter it in the 24-hour time format. So 5 p.m. would be 17:00. Next up is all the toggles for the various lengths of time. Now keep in mind the widget will automatically recalculate the numbers based on what you choose to display. So in this case we're showing 7 weeks and 1 day away. So if I were to toggle off the weeks display, we can see that the days are automatically updated to make up for it. But we can toggle that back on here if we want. Let's jump into our design section. Display alignment. Now it comes standard set to center, but you can shift this left or right if you want, depending on how you have the widget placed in your row. Count spacing controls the padding between the time units. So if we wanted to stretch this out a bit more, we could widen this to, say, 100. Next up is font styling, which applies to the actual numbers only. We have separate styles for the time labels coming up here shortly. So let's customize this a bit. We can change the font to Oswald. And what's cool is as you can see us make these changes, the editor is reflecting the changes in real time, which helps a lot. Let's pump that font up to 36 to really make it pop. And we'll go ahead and make it bold as well. Down a bit further is the counter opacity, so keep this at 1.0 if you want it fully visible, or lower it if you want a little transparency on it. And then of course we have our label styling. The spacing option here is if you want to separate the labels from the numbers, so increase this if you want it lowered down away from the numbers more. Let's go ahead and match this up to our Oswald font. There we go. And we'll give it a little size boost up to 18. But let's change the color to something brighter. Let's go with red. And then lastly, label opacity. Same function here with the transparency option. But let's go ahead and give this a preview just so we can get a clear view of it. And there we go. Everything's looking and functioning great. Back to the editor, let's go into our widgets panel once more and we'll grab out that circle countdown widget and we'll place it below our standard one. Perfect. Let's dive into those settings. Now some of these are going to be similar, but we do have a few extra things to customize on this one. Now notice this one has a different default unique ID, so we're good to go there. Same stuff with the event entry. Let's just put the same time, 2018, December 1st, 17. And as we update, we can already see our circles taking shape, which is cool. And just like before, you have the option to disable certain time units if you choose. But for this one, let's just jump right into the design section again, as we're going to see some different options in here. Display alignment, again, feel free to justify it to the left or right, depending on your page design. Circles style. Now we have the standard version here with the circle graphic kind of moving along the empty space on its path, or we can switch this to inner. And we get a little variance here with the circles tracing the inner side of a thinner line, which is nice. Circle size, of course, allows you to make the entire graphic larger or smaller. Let's bump this up to 200. Okay, looking good, except now we can see our label spacing needs adjusting, so we're going to get to that option in just a moment. Circle thickness controls the width of the moving part of the circle. Let's raise this to 0.2. Perfect. And then circle color, of course, allows you to customize that if you choose. So now we have time font styling. This Oswald font looks good on the other one, so let's select that. And we'll go ahead and bump the size up to 24, and we'll make it bold. Great. And down to labels. Label spacing is what we need to fix this overlap issue, so let's double this to 30. Perfect. And font, let's go Oswald as well. And we'll just go ahead and leave the size at 16. Beautiful. Let's give this another preview. And there we go. Everything's functioning beautifully. So enjoy our new countdown clock widget, and as always, don't hesitate to reach out to us in support if any issues arise. Take care.